When two vectors are multiplied, what you can understand? Sometimes the answer will be a scalar and sometimes the answer will be
it may be vector.
In previous class only we discussed about the scalar product. That means when the answer is a scalar and what are the properties we already have discussed. And now the concept is about only vector product. That means when two vectors are multiplied, then in which case you will get the vector. That is the point. I will just take here an example. So that is, for example, if you just consider a door at our room only. Just like this. Okay. So if you want to, the door is initially closed only. If you want to open the door, if you are just opening the door, what type of motion it is? Translational motion or rotational motion or oscillatory motion? What type of motion will it be? When you just open your door.
Translational motion.
Can anybody tell what is the translational motion?
Motion in a straight line.
Of course. Any other? Very good. Not only motion in straight line, that's correct only, but the motion, or if any particle starts from one point and if it reaches the other point, in any path the particle may follow there. That is different. But if particle starts from one point, if it reaches other point by following any particular path, that will be called as translatory motion. And what about rotational motion? About some fixed axis. If the body is moving, and also here the condition is every point or any point on the body, if it starts from one point, after some time, definitely the particle again will reach the same point only. If it starts from one point, if it again reaches the same point, that is said to be rotational motion. See here, whether it is translational or rotational. While you are closing the door or opening the door.
Motion.
If you are telling translatory motion, you just observe here that for the door, one side will be fixed only, na? One side will be completely fixed only, na? So about the fixed axis, the remaining part of the door is moving there. Of course, the God addiga undil, otherwise it can make complete rotation also. But it is having, while you are closing or opening the door, it is having some small part of the rotational motion it is taking. Okay, it is moving along circular path only, but only for small part of the circular motion. It is not having complete circular motion. Okay, so that we can take it as rotational motion. And here, one more important point here, that so when you want to rotate the door while you are closing or opening the door, it is the fixed axis only I have taken. This one is the fixed axis I have taken. Where should we apply the force to easily close or open the door? Either at fixed point or at midpoint or at end only. At which point you have to apply? At which point you have to apply the force to easily close or open the door? Only at end point. So of course you may apply the same forces at these 3 points only, but the effect will be more only when the force is applied at the end point only. To explain the rotational motion, the effect is given by the new word called torque. So in further chapters you can understand clearly what is torque also. But here I will just tell you the definition. So torque means that is the effect, or that is the cause, or that is the factor which causes rotational motion. Force means which causes translational motion. But torque means which causes rotational motion. This rotation is caused not only by force. It is caused not only by force. It also causes, and also it depends on where the force is applied from the fixed axis. Wherever the force is applied, the distance is also needed here. That also will give the effect on rotation. So that is said to be perpendicular distance R only. What are the two factors it includes here to understand rotational motion? Perpendicular distance and force. Okay, understand all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now of course here both are vectors only. This perpendicular distance is also a vector, force is also a vector, and torque is also a vector here. Okay, in such cases, let me consider one point here. See, if force is applied in inward direction, that means into the paper. Okay, అంటే ఎలాగ అప్లై చేస్తున్నట్టు for the perpendicular distance we're applying the force perpendicular to that. This is r bar, this is the position vector. Force is applied inward, that means what is the angle between them?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Then only the more effect will be there, the more torque will be there, easily we can rotate the door. But if we apply the force in this direction, then does the door move? Does the door rotate then?
No.
No.
Fixed axis వైపు ఇలా మూవ్ చేస్తే అవుతుందండి. That means if the angle between force and perpendicular distance is 0 degrees and torque will be 0, and in this case only torque will be maximum. For 0 degrees answer is 0. For 90 degrees answer is maximum. Which trigonometric function is useful here?
Fine.
Sine function only, na? Sine 0 is 0, sine 90 is maximum, one only. So that we can write here tau is nothing but it depends on r, f, and also it depends on sine theta. So when two vectors are multiplied, if the answer is a scalar, if the result is a scalar, then it varies with cos theta. That was discussed in previous classes only. But here, if the result of when you take the product of two vectors, if result varies with sine theta, this is said to be cross product or vector product. In this case, you can write r bar cross f bar. The symbol for vector product you can consider. You should not call it r bar into f bar. You should not call it. You have to call it just only r bar cross f bar, so that it is said to be cross product or vector product. So general form of vector product. I just gave an example only in previous page. Here, if I consider two vectors, one vector is a bar and other vector is b bar. If I want to calculate here a bar cross b bar, then what you can write? A bar cross b bar, how can we write?
AB sin theta.
AB sin theta. A means magnitude of a bar. B means magnitude of b bar into sin theta, where theta is the angle between a bar and b bar, and it gives a b sin theta. But here you have to know one important point, that in the answer AB sin theta, A means magnitude, B means magnitude, sin theta means just only numerical value. Does it give any direction in the answer?
No.
No, it does not give any direction. That means this is the formula only for magnitude of a bar plus b bar. It is not the formula for a bar plus b bar. It is the formula for magnitude of a bar plus b bar. And what about the direction then? So the direction of a bar plus b bar also we should know here. To know the direction, if I consider two vectors a bar and b bar are taken. For example, this is a bar and this is b bar. And we know that it will form some parallelogram only, na? Or it will form some plane. We can just have a plane which contains both A bar and B bar only. So one vector is A bar and other vector is B bar. So the direction of A bar cross B bar is represented by a line which is perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. That means for the complete plane, the direction is perpendicular. And this is the direction for A bar cross B bar. If I just draw the diagonal here, what does the diagonal indicate here?
A bar plus B bar.
A bar plus B bar only. If such a parallelogram is taken and if diagonal is taken, that indicates A bar plus B bar. But if I just consider the perpendicular line to the plane containing A bar and B bar, so what is that? The direction of A bar cross B bar, I will write here. The direction of A bar cross B bar is always perpendicular to the plane containing A bar and B bar. This plane is made up only with A bar and B bar. Na? For that plane, the direction of A bar cross B bar is always perpendicular. Of course, by using some calculation part, you can give the direction. Okay. By using notations, by see the directions of A bar and B bar without having magnitudes, then also you can give the direction of the direction for A bar cross B bar by using some simple rule. Okay, I will explain. For example, I will explain by using right hand thumb rule only here. I will just show you here. So to know the direction of A bar plus B bar, always you have to keep your thumb in right hand thumb in upward direction, remaining fingers in forward direction like this. For example, if A bar and B bar are taken, always these four fingers, the direction of these four fingers, you have to keep in the direction of the first vector A bar. The first vector, whatever was written in that direction only, you have to keep all the four fingers. The direction of these all four fingers should indicate the A bar direction. And from that particular point, you have to close your fingers towards B bar. In which direction is B bar from A bar? In that direction, you have to close your fingers. Okay. Then the thumb indicates the direction of A bar cross B bar. Then thumb only indicates the direction of A bar cross B bar. Understand? It will be useful when A bar and B bar exactly perpendicular. In other direction also it can be useful. A simple example. For example, from your sitting position, east direction is just east means just it is in front of your face, in front of your facing. Let me consider it is east only. The back side will be taken as west only. And what will be taken by right hand? North or south?
North.
Right
South.
hand is north only.
South, sir.
South.
Right hand is south and left hand is north. That is very basic and general notation for the directions. For example, if you consider you are facing towards east, your backside will be west, the left hand shown is north and right hand shown will be south. For example, two vectors if you consider. One vector is towards east and other vector is towards south only. What are the two vectors I considered? First vector is towards east. Second vector is towards south.
South.
Then what is the direction of A bar cross B bar? Those two vectors, cross product of those two vectors. So what I explained here, always you have to show your fingers towards the first vector. That means towards east only. You can keep your hand like that. Then you can understand. You have to keep all your 4 fingers by keeping your thumb in upward direction. You have to keep all your 4 fingers towards east, towards your facing. And you have to close your fingers towards south. You cannot do this like this, so that you can do it. You can reverse it. Then you can close your fingers towards south only in that case, no? Or if you're
Yes, sir.
trying to practice that,
Yes, sir.
then
Yes,
what does the
sir.
thumb indicate then?
Downwards.
Downward
Downwards.
direction only, na? So in this particular case, A bar cross B bar indicates the downward direction. Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All of these I will explain again with the numericals also. I will explain all of this again. But basically you have to understand. I will give one more thing. One more thing is the first vector is towards south. Second vector is towards west. Can you give the answer? First vector is towards south. Second vector is towards west. South means towards our right hand only. Okay. And west means our back side. So then what will be the direction of thumb then?
Downwards, sir.
Downward direction.
Again, downward direction only. You can just see that clearly. Again, you will get the downward direction for that. All of you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also you can use one more simple notation. That is, if you consider your right hand and if you just stretch all your 3 fingers mutually perpendicular. What are the 3 fingers? Thumb, forefinger and middle finger. If we just keep all the 3 in mutually perpendicular directions, I think this will be used in electromagnetism in your 10th class also.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
There
sir.
is going to be right hand rule only. Fleming left hand rule is there. In the same way, right hand rule also you will have. So when you stretch all the 3 fingers of your right hand only, the first vector is represented by forefinger. Second vector is represented by middle finger. First vector is represented by forefinger. Second vector is represented by middle finger.
Middle
And
finger.
third vector is the result A bar plus B bar. Then A bar plus B bar is definitely represented by direction of thumb only. Just I will check the previous 2 questions again. What was the first question given? In the first question, I have given you that first vector is towards east only. Second vector is towards north only. I will just show here. First vector is towards east. Second vector is towards north. You have to reverse the finger. You will reverse the hand. Then what does the thumb indicate? Downward direction only. Again, you will get the same answer. Okay. In that way, you can answer for the direction of A bar cross B bar also. So it is about giving direction of A bar cross B bar, direction of cross product only. Now I will go to the next point, that is about how to calculate magnitude of A bar cross B bar. Okay, let me take simple example. So if A bar equal to, the general example I consider, if A bar equal to, previously in dot product also we considered a vector like x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. And if B bar is equal to x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap. And if I want to calculate the magnitude of A bar cross B bar, then you have to use here matrix method. I will just explain how to solve them. Do you have the chapter matrix in your previous classes anywhere? Matrices?
No, sir.
No,
If you don't have, okay. I think in your intermediate only you will have the classes. Determination of matrix, such things we will have. I will just write here all the given vectors. First of all, to calculate the magnitude of A bar cross B bar here, you have to write here 3 rows. The first row is always related to I cap, J cap, and K cap. In every calculation, you always have to write I cap, J cap, and K cap. And in the second row, you have to write the components of first vector. In the remaining 2 rows, you have to write the components of these 2 vectors only. Always here you have to write the components of first vector only. What are the components of first vector?
X1,
X1.
Y1,
Z1.
And Z1.
For the second vector,
X2, Y2,
X2,
Z2.
Y2,
I2, Z.
Z2.
So this is the way of writing a matrix here. In the matrix, how many rows will be there to calculate A bar cross B bar? 3 rows will be there.
3 rows.
Okay, in the 3 rows, the first row always should indicate I cap, J cap, and K cap only. And the second row should indicate the components of
Yep.
first vector. And the third row indicates the components of
Second vector.
Second vector.
second vector. What we are calculating, not only magnitude, the whole result only we are going to calculate. Here the answer indicates not only the magnitude and direction also the result indicates. Okay, so that I just write only here A bar cross B bar. Okay, now you see here, first I component if you want to find out. For the result A bar cross B bar, if you want to calculate I component only, just I will write here. I component if you want to find out. With I component, one row is here with I component, one column is here with I component. No? Do you understand here?
Yes, sir.
The I component here, one row is there, one column is there. You just leave those 2. The row and column related to I cap, you can just leave. And what are the remaining factors? These 4 only, no?
J cap and I.
Okay,
J cap and K.
I will show here. So this is the factor only will remain here. By neglecting the row and column related to I cap, then in this particular thing, you have to take just a cross product here. Always you have to start the cross product from right hand upper term only. First you have to take the product of these 2 minus product of these 2. So see here, what is the product?
Y1, Z2 minus Y2,
Y1,
Z2.
Z2
Remember that.
Y2,
Please remember that always you have to start your start taking product only from upper right hand side upper one. That is Y1 Z2 minus
Y2, Z1.
Y2, Z1.
Z1. Next, if I want to calculate J component in the same way. Now, if I want to calculate J component, how can you solve? Can you imagine here?
X1, Z2 minus
X1,
X2, Z1.
Z2
Minus X2,
X2
Z2.
You have to
minus X2, Z2.
neglect here. You have to neglect here 2 things. One is the row related to J cap and
Column
Column
related to J.
related to J cap.
column related.
neglect. For the remaining factors, you have to take the cross product. What is that? First, always you have to start from right hand upper
X1,
term only.
X1, Z2
X1,
minus
Z2 minus
Z1.
X2,
minus
Z1.
X2, Z1.
Minus you have to put X2 Z1. Next, I will go to the third term now.
X1, Y2 minus X2, Y2.
So you can you have to write here about the K component. So what about K component? The row
X1,
related to
Y2
K
minus-
component.
X1,
you have to
Y2
write-
minus X2 minus.
Y1, X2.
Very good. The column related to K component you have to neglect. Then you will have these 4 terms only. No?
X1,
Then it
Y2
will be
minus
X1, Y2 minus
Y2
X2,
minus
Y1.
X2 Y. And always you have to keep for I component plus only, for next component minus, for the next component again plus. Alternatively, plus and minus you have to write for I and J and K components. Okay, so this will be the final answer for the result A bar cross B bar. All of you understand? I will give you a numerical question on the same problem. We will solve them. Okay, then easily you can understand. Just within 1 minute, I'll have to please see that how we solved here. Here I will discuss an example. Let me consider if A bar is equal to 2i cap minus 3j cap plus 4k cap, and B bar is equal to I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap. If this is taken for A bar and B bar, and if you want to calculate A bar cross B bar, A bar cross B bar, if you want to calculate, again you have to use the same method only. No? You have to take the determinant like this, and first of all, in the first row, what will you write? What will you write in the first row here?
I cap, J cap,
I cap, J cap, K cap. In the second row, what are the components?
2
2,
minus 3 minus 3 plus 4.
So these are the components of first vector only, na? 2 minus 3, 4 only. For the second vector,
1,
1, 2 minus
minus 3.
minus
So
3.
to calculate the product, first of all, you take I component only. For I component, the row and column related to I component you neglect. And what about the product here? Minus 3 into minus 3, how much?
Minus 3 into minus 3, 9.
9. Minus 2 into 4 will be 8.
8.
Next, what about J component? You neglect these two. And 2 into minus 3, how
2
much?
into minus 6
Minus 6
minus
minus
4.
minus 4,
1 into 4, 4 only. And what about K component?
2 into 2,
Neglect
4.
these two.
4
2 into
Minus
minus
4,
3.
minus
Minus 3.
minus 3.
plus 3.
And you have to keep for the first one plus, second one minus, and third one plus.
Plus.
Now you calculate this. 9 minus 8 is 1 only, na? 1 into I cap.
Yes, sir.
That is simply I cap.
I cap.
Minus 6 minus 4 minus 10, na?
Minus 10.
Minus into
Plus-
minus 10 only, na?
plus
Minus
10
into minus
10
plus
J cap.
plus 10 J cap. Here, minus into minus plus here. 4 plus 3, 7. So plus 7
7
K.
K.
7k cap.
So the answer for A bar plus B bar is I cap plus 10 J cap plus 7 K
7
cap.
K.
All of you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If the same vectors
Yes.
are given, if you want to calculate B bar plus A bar, let me check that. Okay. So I will calculate here with the same vectors B bar cross A bar. So again, you have to write I cap, J cap, K cap. First, you have to write the components of B bar only, na? What are the
Yes, sir.
components of B bar? 1, 2, minus
1,
3.
2 minus 3.
And what about the components of A bar? 2 minus 3, 4.
2 minus 3.
2 minus 3, 4. Now I will calculate this. This is equal to I component into, you will get 2 into 4, 8,
8 minus
minus 3 into minus 3, plus 9. Next, what about J component? 1 into 4, 4, minus
Minus 6.
2 into minus 3, minus 6. Next, what about K component? 1 into minus
Minus
3,
3,
minus 3, minus 2 into 2, 4.
4.
So you have to take plus for I cap, minus for this one, plus for this one. See, 8 minus 9 will be minus I, minus 1, na? So minus 1 I cap. 4 minus and minus plus 1. Plus 1 only. What is this? 6 only?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
6 I
sir.
think.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
minus 10
4
j cap.
plus 6, 10. Minus 10 J cap. And minus 3 minus 4
Minus
minus 7,
7k
na?
cap.
Minus 7 K cap.
And K cap.
To compare here, what is the difference between A bar plus B bar and B bar plus A bar? A bar plus B bar, you got I cap plus 10 J cap plus 7 K cap. Here also I cap, 10 J cap, 7 K cap we got for all of the minus only. That means what we can write? Minus of
A bar into B bar. A bar cross.
A bar into అనకూడదమ్మా. A bar cross B bar. That means what you can conclude here that A bar cross B bar
is
is
not
equal to
equal.
minus B bar cross
B
C bar.
bar cross A
That means A bar cross B bar is not equal to,
B bar.
B bar cross A bar.
because magnitudes may be same, but even direction changes. They are not said to be equal vectors. Equal vectors in the sense magnitude and direction both should be same only. Understand here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
sir.